Well, hello, everybody. Ah, it is already a morning. So, much like my life, Thursday's stream is either going to be postponed or canceled. I have a job interview, so I have that. So, it, I'm excited about that, but at the same time, it means I can't stream because time and fun and stuff. And hello, everybody. Hello, Dast. I know you're lurking. Dragon, I know you're in bureaucratic hell with school districts. And Kelpie, I'm not quite sure what Kelpie's doing, but I'm sure it's mischievous. I am tired. I am still tired. I am absolutely exhausted. Um, I had a really good staff meeting, like not the entire staff, not the entire res care staff, but just my. um, it wasn't the full staff. It was just myself, my two 3 to 11 coworkers, and the res care director. And it was so nice to finally have a moment with just our shift, just our boss, because we never get to see her. We don't get to see her like day staff gets to see her. And we were able to voice our concerns, what we've been doing, some ideas that she's been having that were actually really good ideas. And we got to talk about them. Mind you, it ate into our shift, so we were all kind of rushing towards the end of the shift. But it was a good shift yesterday. I got most of what I needed to get done. But at the same time, just exhausted. And I will peep at those later. I was working in some behind the scenes stuff. With la 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 Twitch and whatnot. I updated the badges, or some badges. I think I did. And I'm working on some more, but for right now I got some badges going on. I've been fixing some of my hoop art. Overall, I've been very productive. I looked at how much black I have left here. In theory, and it's a very strong theory, I can get done this column today because it starts getting more narrow. We're closing out on the page because there's only 10. I want to say 15 blocks, but I go 20 out, but the black is petering off. And then I can play with some medium-sized colors for a little bit before I have to dive into 939, my arch nemesis. I have new microphones, or a new microphone for my phone. It's a lavalier mic, and I posted a TikTok video about things that keep me up at night, pertaining to my type 1 here in the States. And it's a test of the microphone, and I was just amazed at how noise canceling it is. So if it sounds different, it's because I was using a new microphone. And I also I also finally got to the point where I might start streaming on TikTok. I have the canvas all up. I have my account under review. I don't have enough followers, but that's that seems to be less of a requirement these days. But I might actually be able to hop on TikTok soon. So I got a lot of stuff done today that has just been kind of sitting on my plate waiting to be done. I kind of have a fire going. Like, it's gotten to the point where we need to kind of have our stove going. It's not super duper duper cold, but it's chilly enough that you need just a little bit of heat. And with a wood stove, that's rough, because wood stove is kind of, yeah, you can damp it down and whatnot, but it's all or nothing. Like, yeah, the sound difference. Like, I was like, can people actually hear me? Am I speaking loud enough? And I'm sure it's going to be a learning curve, but you turn your volume up a little bit, you can hear me just fine. So I was smart when planning my string today. I cut the next piece of string so I don't have to do that. I made sure it was long enough that I can actually work with it for a little bit while I'm talking, because this block of 200 is a solid block of 200. I don't need to worry about little jumpy spaces, nothing like that. I do have to worry about my needle falling off the thread though, which is more of a pain in the ass than anything else. Now, I'm not going to promise like a lot more content with the lavalier mic, because I'm very particular. I'm very, very particular about being on camera. I know it's funny, but I am. Like, even now, like, let me, have to stare at me. Oh, ad break time. Or for those of you who have ad blockers or subscribers, apparently S's are still having a problem. But I was rolling around in the bits and pieces of my Twitch account today, because in order to do TikTok, they require XYZ information, and I was like, okay, well, it's been a while since I've updated some settings, so I didn't touch the things that we kept having issues with, so that those were all left alone. But I filled out a profile, and I updated a few things. I need to update my intro video because I've gotten so much better at video. Oh, I will be the first to tell you. So, I did get spoken to. I did get spoken to because I told someone the truth. So, I work with senior citizens. I essentially make sure that they have the right meds at the right time, and it's the right person. It's not rocket science. I have great relationships with almost all of the residents. There are a couple that are kind of iffy, but I have one resident whose okay, and I am swearing to myself, and I need to tell myself this every single day, that I am not in a facility that when I eventually am being taken care of, I do not utter the words, well, I'm a nurse, I know this. Because yes, you absolutely, or I did meds forever. I get it. You have experience, you have knowledge. Yes, I get it. but you're not running the show. And I'm not running the show. I am. I have a certificate. I worked for I did a 40-hour class, and every 2 years I do an 8-hour class. Yes, I deal with these meds every single day, and I make sure that I research what I'm giving to who so that I don't fuck someone over. I really do. Like it's one of the rabbit holes that I enjoy diving down. Like, it worries me that gabapentin is still being prescribed to people and that it's not being weaned because of how dangerous gabapentin is. Kind of still surprised that Lipitor is allowed on the market too, but there's a lady who takes 2 medications that are both sedatives, and she's like, no, I don't want to take these at the same time. My daughter, who's a nurse, says this is bad. So I look up both the medications, and Dr. Google says, no, you shouldn't be given these together, but yes. I would love to have a QR code to Crafty Intentions. You can, I would do it just her normal website, the Crafty Intentions. I think it's either .net or .com. I don't remember. But Crafty Intentions. So these are 2 very, very sedative medications that in my world I would never prescribe together. But she had a doctor prescribe them together. And I'm like, well, your doctor says it's okay. Well, my daughter says this is bad, this is wrong, we shouldn't be doing this. And I'm like, do you want it or not? And she kept talking about how I'm like, your daughters don't run this place. Your daughters don't prescribe your medications. And that got me in trouble. And like, there was a lot of very blunt things that I said to this lady that probably weren't the most professional. Wasn't mean-hearted. But the daughter heard about it and said that it could be grounds for abuse. I wasn't intending to be abusive. I was stating the truth. All she said no, she didn't want it. I didn't force it upon her. All someone has to say is, no, I don't want this med. I don't care either way. But they keep telling us that we have to educate. So when I'm educating people, don't go after me like it's abuse. But that was my frustrating point of last night. I did learn. I learned something much deeper than the initial, hey, you got to watch your tone, because I hear that all the time. And I try very hard. I wasn't being abusive. I wasn't trying to be mean. I was being like, hey, but I learned a lot from that conversation with my supervisor. And I told her, I'm like, if the daughter wants to put it up to APS, Adult Protective Services, I will take the hit for that, because no one forced me to say those things. I will step up and I will take whatever consequences come from what I said. My intent was not to be mean or abusive, but I will take the consequences for whatever comes down the pike. And so that was the serious part of my night last night. Is the learning experience of how not to trust little old ladies. And I think after stream today is going to be, I'm going to be printing up signs and getting all that ready for Friday and Saturday. Get heating up my laminator and get that going. Because I've gotten all but one of my hoop arts repaired. So I need to wander out to my car and clean that hot mess. I'm not unpacking it, but I do need to clean it. Uh, I'm just thinking about my next few days. Tomorrow's work in progress Wednesday. Work in progress Wednesday, so be mindful of that, my friend. And the more I think about it, just because of, for example, what happened today, um, with hey, I had a normal week all planned out. Like I was gonna and I might stream a little bit tomorrow. I don't know. I have lots of shit I gotta do. It's my day off, so I have therapy, and then I have lots of shit I gotta do. But I might try to stream. I might do a later in the day kind of stream. But how I had 2 days or one day where I was gonna be like, yeah, call dance, and that was interrupted by, yeah, new job opportunity. Uh, so I might in the new year switch to weekly, like 1 week is gonna be call dance, 1 week is gonna be divine, so that I can actually make solid progress on the cross stitch that has damn near 500,000 stitches. You know, the crayon fonts. Do a prototype with the crayon font, because I have a couple more shows, and if I get annoyed enough, I will switch out to the crayon font. It's kind of like the year that I had 50 billion do not touch signs that apparently I need to electrify because people don't read. But my space at the mall for the next 2 weekends is 20 feet long by 10 feet deep. Looking forward to that. We'll have all kinds of fun with that. Um, and then my the last one that I have planned is a 12 by 12 corner space. So gonna have to. I think we have enough. I think we have enough tables. Oh, no. Oh, I'm hearing something that sounds like wind, and I look outside, and it is very windy outside. So apparently, I was hearing correctly. I'm so excited. I'm almost to the end of the page. I'm still, I'm still not done my Luna Moth dragon because I have had no time to just sit and do it. I'm I'm about halfway done the body, and that's about it. Like that is where we got. It is. That's some wind. I thank you. I thank you, Kelpie. because one of my chat windows isn't super duper wide. Um, Kelpies is kelp or kel pies. So whenever I look up and I see pies, I'm like, who the hell is pies? And then I remember and I giggle and we move on with life. Huh? For you piece of thing. I like pie. I like pies and cakes. I like both. Okay, I'm glad. I'm glad. Thank you. Hello. Go back to sleep and rest. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this block of 200 that I'm working on is the last solid block. Everything after that starts to get smaller. Starts turning into the confetti. Where I actually have to pay attention. Boo. I also want to tell people I have not been really on my phone or on a computer much the past week and a half. Um, so, like, sitting here on stream is like the most I've been at a computer. Other, yeah, today, getting things organized behind the scenes and whatnot. It's been the most time I've been on a computer for a few days. It's just been ridiculous. Well, I appreciate that. Techno, techno, EDM techno cross stage. Mhm. I need to. My next, my next big adventure is sorting out my yarn because I've taken all the variegated colors out, and unfortunately, Dragon, if you're listening, I don't have any. I have a lot more white um, than I do pastel colors, so I didn't have any significant amount of pastel-y variegated anything to offer you. So that's why I haven't said anything. I did look. I don't have it. I'm sorry. Um, but breaking my yarn colors down into the colors of the rainbow and black, white, and brown because I have enough totes. I'm sorry. You could just shorten that to I hate meetings. Um, it's bureaucracy at its finest. But yeah, my next big project is I think I'm up to 8 or 9 totes, and I totally will go to the thrift store and buy more totes, um, and sort them out by color. That's my next big crafty project. It's just getting there. That's what bothers me about a lot of meetings is they don't have a proper moderator. I used to moderate when I was a training coordinator. I was the moderator for all the classes, all the big meetings and whatnot, and I would actively mute people who were making too much noise. Oh my goodness. That's not good. It doesn't look a whole lot like sleeping either, Jules. So today's after stream activities: making dinner, unloading, loading the dishwasher, getting organizing the back of my car a little bit better, because I do have to add things to it, and I do want it to be a little bit better organized. Two more lines. Three more lines. I don't know. Lines. I have a lot of cleaning that I probably should do, but I'm gonna break it down into little bite-sized pieces because I am exhausted, and I don't have the time to do all the cleaning that is required. So I have to break it down. And I have to get out and vote today. It is election day here in the United States. It is not a big election, but I definitely have to make sure some people don't get on city council. So means I'll probably leave my house at about 1:30. So that nerfs a lot of my free time. Luckily dinner's not that difficult, so I can do dinner while I'm doing other chores. Hmm. I'm actually making pretty good time. Stitch wise. But also I didn't really have to pay too much attention for the last few blocks. Well, the last 10 rows. Because it was all solid. Trying to get to the end with the piece of string on it. once I get this half stitch done, I'm gonna show off my new and repaired some of my hoop art, because I did turn on that light. Just dim in my room today. Kind of feels like my brain, just kind of dim. Okay. Load up a new piece of string. And then I'm gonna show off. I'm gonna show off my stuff. And not that kind of stuff, because I don't have any of that to show off. Okay. So I'm gonna show off some of my other art other than my cross stitch. Show off my I call it lightweight hoop art. It is hand painted stencils on it's hand painted stencil art. Like I do the stencil work on scrap fabric that I've either played around with tie-dye, or I just thought the pattern was neat and I saved it from the trash bin. It's all washed and stuff like that, but then I put stencils on it and make it all pretty, and I have fun. So I'm going to show off some of that. Oh. Now, I have been repairing this stuff with, instead of using hot glue like I started, I'm using contact cement, which is a much better product. So I've this one, it's all sparkly. I don't know how I got that one all repaired. It's almost done. I need to trim up the back and seal the hoop on. But I also have little ones like a shadow tree. I have a whole series of Tree of Life stencils, and one of them is a shadow tree, which I thoroughly enjoy. And yes, I do have them all priced out. I have a paw, but what was happening is they'd get caught in the wind, and because hot glue has some give, they would get wobbly, and I want them like a snare drum, so that they look nice. No wrinkles, no saggy baggy. But I've been doing, and let's see, I have several, but I'm not gonna show them all off. Just some of my favorites. This one I had fun with. And I'm kind of proud of this one, especially with its revamp. It's one of my bigger pieces. It's one of my bigger stencils. It's a hummingbird. The black was kind of getting lost. Funny enough, the black was getting lost in the purple, so I highlighted around it in a teal, and it kind of made it pop a little bit more. And I did the throat as a red, so I like it. It brought it out a little bit. And funny enough, the other version of the stencil I have is the same. I haven't repaired this one yet. It's still like, I don't know if you guys can see it. It's kind of bumpy, and it doesn't. It wiggles a lot more than I'd like it to. Yeah, there's a curve in the fabric, and I don't like that. So I almost the purple hummingbird is the last one I have to repair, as it were. And then they all are gonna go to the mall. And I have been slowly working on getting my stencil index up. Is I've just been taking dollar store paint that I've rescued that's not great quality, um, and I've been making just blank, like just prints essentially of the stencils that I have. So people, if they're like, "Oh, hey, what do you got?" I can do custom stencils. Like I can do if someone likes a mandala and they're like, "Hey, do you have any sayings that like I could do a mandala and then like a good neighbor stay over there and do both of those." And I'm working on that. Like I recently got a German Shepherd stencil and I did the German Shepherd stencil with joy over the top of it now. Two different stencils, but I'm getting creative about this. I do need to whip up a few of my smart ass ones. I'm gay. I love seeing people's works in progress or their weird funny ideas or their spite ideas. Um I I love seeing what people are up to. Um because more often than not it just brings people joy. I don't have to know a damn thing about it. If it makes you happy, I want to see it. That's fair. I have a lot of really cool stencils. Um I have a lot of fun with the stencil art. It takes in order to do it, it just takes up so much room. Um that I do small batch stencils. I pick like 4 or 5 stencils and then I pick like the piece of fabric that I'm gonna work on and or work with and go from there because sometimes it's just it's insane. Sometimes when husband creature's not home, I just take over the kitchen. Like I get my sawhorses and I get scraps of plywood and whatnot, and I set up giant tables and I go wild and crazy in the kitchen. I would say half a mob, half a mod and a plebe because Jules is kind of sleeping, Dragon's overstimulated, and you are the only one with all of the attention, and Dast is lurking. November 14th will be 4.5 years that I've been streaming. That was one of the things while I was playing around in the engine room of the stream is 4.5 years, guys. 4.5 years. And some of you yahoos have been here for all 4.5 of it. Okay, first block. First block of 200 done. We're on our inward slant. This next block of 10 is where like it stops at the very top. Oh no. The last couple columns we'll be working on stop in this block area. So we're coming in on a close. I don't even want to know. You guys have fun. Have fun storming the castle. Got 3 lines of just back and forth. Actually, I have to start. I have to mark things again. Oh, okay. Amazingly enough, I didn't have coffee this morning. I think when it starts getting colder, I'll like it more, but right now it just kind of. I'm just gonna throw scissors around. That's how we're gonna. That's how it's gonna be today. Time to throw the scissors. Oh no. Oh my god. Oh no. I have I have my unicorn, my little unicorn embroidery scissors, and I have my fabric only scissors on the table behind me where I've been cutting fabric because when I when I am setting these when I'm tightening the pieces of fabric, I'm actually getting a really good because again, contact cement. If you need a adhesive that does its job, contact cement. Um, I've actually been stretching them to the point where I'm like, damn. I didn't realize how loose they were, but Just like yesterday, my goal is 2 blocks of and I know it's not going to be 400 because it is tapering down, but two 2 blocks of 200, so 400 square. And we'll see where we are, because after the line that I'm working on, it is going to be tapering down a lot. So that makes me happy. Like I am overworking on black. But unfortunately, there are 2 big colors. And I couldn't reach any of the other colors until I did one of the 2 big colors. And I will be eating 939, and I will be dreaming about 939 very much later on in this project. So I took the lesser of the 2 evils and tackled 310. Yes. And friends, I'm all about supporting craft stores. Don't get me wrong. But go to a hardware store for contact cement. You will pay $3 less for the same fucking product. I paid $6 for a decently sized jar of contact cement. Now, mind you, at the hardware store, they have the ones with the fun fumes where you have to use it in well ventilated areas. So take that into consideration. But so many crafty things are sold at craft stores for a redonkulous markup. When you can go to here, and I'm not sure of the reach of these companies, but Lowe's and Home Depot are there's also Ace and Aubuchon hardware. Aubuchon. But so many things are sold at craft stores that are also sold at hardware stores for much less money. Keep your overhead low. Yeah, oh yeah, the pink tax too. Don't even get me started on the pink tax. Oh my god. This is my last line where I don't have to pay attention on the out. The in I never have to pay attention because I've already marked where stitches should be. But this is the last one where I can kind of just drift off into outer space. Now, mind you, the next couple, like the next row is one less, so it's not ridiculous yet. But as it starts to get smaller and smaller and go in and in, no. uh So, Dragon, November 6th is what the app is telling me for presents for you. Okay. Ah, the joys of paying attention. So, this row that I'm just starting now is one less, and then the next row is full size, no, like, I gotta love it. Dragon, what are your thoughts on mosaic crochet? I'm I'm still working on being decent at color changes. Like I hide the color change, like I crochet around the color change, so I'm kind of using, like, if I double up if there's a color change. Like I like when I work with wire, I wrap around. Oh nope, that one's one less. We're looking at the one last one. Gotta pay attention. Gotta pay attention. The one after this one is the pull back. One of the things I'm doing tomorrow, and I'll probably just save anything to do with my car until tomorrow. Um, I need to break down and clean up um, a I we had two bed frames, two portable bed frames that, in all fairness, are amazing for grid walls, um, because they are grid walls. I put chicken wire over them, and they make amazing grid walls. So I finally got the second bed frame out from underneath the dog bed. The dogs have a queen size bed, because here in the creature house our animals are abused, and they had a queen size bed that was up off the floor, glorious. But they would like to play bounce up and down on the bed and not be dainty about it in the middle of the night. So Cesar would thunk onto the floor, all 110 pounds of him, and wake us up, and it would just be awful. So I took that I took the height of the bed out of the equation, and now I have to dismantle the bed frame so I can turn it into grid walls. Because I like my hoop art, and I wanna be able to display it better. This one goes all the way out. There we go. I gotta say, today the dopamine is working. All the meds are working today. I actually feel really good about today. I don't have any like particular reason to feel good about today, but I do, and I'm gonna go with it. uh, is that how we're collecting the souls now? Is luring them in with the myth of fun? Mm. I mean, it's weird and scary. Oh, something happened. I lost all my things. 1 second. Gotcha. Here we go. Hada! Where are they? Oh no! Oh my goodness. Yeah, something happened. I don't know what happened. But something happened. everything went. And I don't have any chat ability. Okay, this is gonna be kind of annoying. What the hell? Yeah, I don't have any chat right now. So I apologize. Oh fuck. Luckily, my mouse didn't listen to me. I almost shut down OBS. All kinds of things ran away. Okay. I only have a few more lines and then I'm gonna call it a day. Yeah, you keep telling them that lie. Am I back? Like, has it come back? What's going on? Blink twice if I'm still here. It says I'm still here. Okay. Okay, I don't have Twitch chat right now, so I can't actually talk in Twitch. I can talk and Twitch, but I can't talk in Twitch. I click something on the mouse. I click something, and yeah. But I have 4 more lines to go, and then I'm gonna run away. If legitimately the wind doesn't knock my internet out, it is roaring. Okay, two less. Two less. Okay, and then skip one. I got sitting in a groove again. Got sitting in a groove. Oh, it's gonna be really weird. Like I'm gonna have to move my stuff. Like this entire table setup. I'm gonna have to shift it down a little bit because we're getting to that end of the. We're getting to that end of the canvas. Mm-hmm. Okay. Two less from. We're in the decline. We're decreasing stitches. So by far, cross stitch decreases are easier than crochet decreases. Mm-hmm. Two less here. Skip one. One there. And then skip one and one. Actually, it's like, let's see. It is 50 degrees outside up here. And in my house, it is in the 70s. So I am definitely not complaining. It is fun watching my big window quilts though poof out because at least especially on the old windows, um, as I haven't replaced all of the windows in my house. But on the old windows, it is especially fun. Just seeing how much air is being blocked from coming in and cooling off the house. And mind you, I know some of it still gets in and does a little bit, but there's no saving that. You need your house to breathe a little bit. But It's not like a full-on draft. Hmm. One less. Two more. Well, three more. Mm-hmm. One less here. And what do I gotta jump? Skip one, skip one, skip one and two. Skip one, two, and back down. We just have the we just have wind because that's what happens. Most of the time, we get our weather from Canada in the winter. Crazy Canadians. The crazy Canadians and their Geneva suggestions. Makes me so makes me laugh so hard. Two more lines till the block is done. Okay. Oh, more ads. And I figure I'll be going to noon after I'm done all this black, because I am so sick of it that like the 400 block is the best I can manage. Like more than half of this page is black. Mhm. Oh, swapping out for the last stretch. Mhm. Okie doke. We are on the last line of the day. It goes to one last big line. That's there. So what we started off the day at 10 point or 9.19, I believe. Let me look. Yep, 9.19. What do you think we got to? I'm hoping for the end of November to hit 9.5. I don't know as if I'll make it because that's like 1,000 stitches, but if I get about 400 each time I work on it, I should. I think, and I haven't hit my check mark recently, so I have no. I think I'm up to probably 9.35. One left there. Skip one and two. Skip one. And I'm even going as far because I like to have a mark. This next half stitch that I'm doing is the bottom stitch of the last page. Of the last uh if words would work for me. That's the very most bottom of the next columns we'll be working on. This one right here. So it all decreases in from where I'm working. Or turns into confetti. Or both. but nothing more past this point in black. The big, big goal, the dream goal for the end of the year is to get another page finish. Mhm. And it's feasible. Like, it's feasible, but okie doke. So, final guesses. We went from 9.19. I'm thinking we're up to like 1.3. I want to say 1.34, 1.35, or 9.35. But we'll see. Went from 1.1 or 9. I don't even. Went from 9.19 to 9.33. So it was very close. That translates into 387 stitches and all kinds of fun. So that's going to close out me for today. I might pop on for a little bit tomorrow just to get some call dance in. Thursday, we'll see. We're going to play by ear Thursday and Friday. But I hope everybody has a fantastic day. Drink your water, take your meds, be kind to yourself without harming others, and be kind to others without harming yourself. I love you all. Thank you for the gift of your time, and I will see everybody eventually. I'm always lurking, though, if you need me.